Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all for the course CE8404 Concrete Technology. Today, we are going to see about test on cements and its specification. Test on cements method of testing. It can be classified as two, that is, field testing and laboratory testing. Tests which are tested in the field are called as field tests, and the tests which are done on the laboratory are called as laboratory testing. First, we will see about the field testing. In field, one have to check the date of manufacturing. As we all know, strength of the cement reduces with age. Hence, the date of manufacturing of cement bag should be checked. The next one is cement color. The color of the cement should be uniform. It should be a typical cement color, that is gray color with light shade. If not some adulteration, it will indicate the adulteration in it. The next one is whether we have to check a hard lumps is formed inside the cement. The cement should be free from hard lumps because lumps are formed by the absorption of moisture from the atmosphere. Then checking the temperature inside the cement bag. If we insert a hand into the bag of the cement, it should be cool because if the hydration takes place inside the bag, it will be warm. The next one is smoothness test. When we touch the cement or rub it between our fingers, it should give us a smooth feeling. If it is rough, then some adulteration has been done in the cement with sand. The next one is water sinking test. If we take handful of cement and pour it inside the water, it should float for some time before settling. If it settles immediately after we are pouring into the water, then it will indicate the presence of the sand. The next one is smell of the cement paste. A thin paste of cement with water should always be sticky between our fingers. If the cement contains too much of clay or silt, it is an adulteration. The paste will smell like earthly smell. The next one is laboratory tests. First one is the fineness of the cement. The fineness of the cement can be done in two ways, that is by sieving and another is by air permeability method. These are the two stages. Left side we can see the Blaine's apparatus, and right side we can see the sieve testers. Fineness of cement. What is fineness of cement? Why it is important? Because the fineness of cement is nothing but the greater surface area the cement offers. It will have an importance on the rate of hydration, rate of gain of strength, and the evolution of heat. Disadvantage of the grinding is sustainable to acid and early deterioration. So, if we consider the fineness is nothing but the maximum number of particles in the sample of cement which are less than 90 micron. These are the apparatus we used for the finest test of cement: weight balance, brush, trowel, and 90 micron IS sieves. Test. What are the procedure? We have to take 100 gram of cement in a standard IS sieve number 9, that is 19 micron sieve. Break down the ash, set the slumps, and sieve it and weight it. This weight should not exceed 10% for the ordinary cement. The sieve test is rarely used, and the weight of residuals should not be greater than 10%. The next one is standard consistency test. Usually, it is done to determine the amount of water required to make a standard paste. It is defined as the consistency which permit the wicked plunger having a diameter of 10 mm and 50 meter long to penetrate into a depth of 33 to 35 from the top of the mold. So this is the wicked apparatus used for dunning the consistency test. Same the apparatus is used for counting the setting time. Only the plunger is replaced by needle, initial setting needle and final setting needle. And standard consistency test is a trial and error test. For the first trial, we have to take 400 gram of cement and R percentage of water. We should be fill it in the mold within 3 to 5 minutes. After shaking, the mold should be expelled of air. A standard plunger 10 mm diameter and 50 mm long is attached to the wicker apparatus and it is brought down to touch the surface of the paste. Note the reading according to the depth of the plunger. The trial is repeated until the plunger penetrates the depth from 33 to 35% from the top. This particular percentage, which is responsible for the 33 to 35 centimeter from the top, is called as the standard consistency and it is usually denoted as P. The suitable condition for performing tests is at the constant temperature of 27 degrees plus or minus 2 degrees, that is room temperature, and a constant humidity of 90%. The next one is setting time test. Setting time, we also know there are two types of setting times: initial setting time, final setting time. Initial setting time, it is the time elapsed between the moment we add the water to the cement to the time the paste start losing its plasticity. Normally, a minimum of 30 centimeter and is maintained for mixing and handling the operations. So it should not be less than 30 minutes. The next one, final setting time. It is the time elapsed between the moment we add the water to the cement and the time when the paste completely lost its plasticity. That is, it is attain a sufficient harden to resist certain definite pressure on it. It should not exceed 10 hours so that it can avoid the damages from the external activities. Procedure for those things is that same. It is used in the wicket apparatus is used for finding the setting time. We have to take 400 gram of cement and add 0.85% consistency of water, and the paste should be filled in the wicket apparatus between 3 to 5 minutes. Initial and final setting should be noted based upon the needles. The next one is strength test. The most important properties of a hardened cement is compressive strength. In this test, the standard sand, that is known as Ennur sand, is used for finding the strength of the cement. We have to take the sand and cement in a ratio of 1:3%, mix it for a 1 minute and add a water quantity of consistency by 4 plus 3%. The three things are thoroughly mixed until the uniform color is attained. The time of mixing should not be less than 3 minutes and greater than 4 minutes. The mortar is filled in a cube of 7.06 centimeter and compacted. This compacted cube is molded at a temperature of 27 degrees Celsius and a humidity condition of 90%. After 24 hours, the cube is removed and immersed in the clean water until for taking the test. The next test is soundness test. Soundness is refers to as the shrinking. Soundness, the good quality cement retain its volume after setting without any delayed expansion, which is caused by the presence of the lime and magnesia. So soundness test is mainly used to determine the presence of free lime and magnesia in the cement. The cement became unsound if an excess amount of lime is presented, which is present during the clean times. This is caused due to the inadequate burning and insufficient fineness of graining throughout mixing of the raw materials. There are two types of soundness tests, that is Le-Chatelier's test and autoclave test. This is the Le-Chatelier's apparatus, which consists of an cylinder of diameter 30 mm and height 30 mm attached to a two pinpointed arms of length 165 and two plaskets and weight is required for performing the Le-Chatelier test. In this test, first the mold is placed on the glass plate and it is filled with a cement paste formed by 100 gram of cement mixed with 0.8% of consistency of water. The mold is covered with the glass plate and a small weight is placed on the covering glass plate. The mold is then immersed in a water at the room temperature of 27 to 32 degrees Celsius for 1 day. Then the mold is taken out and the distance between the indicator pointer is measured. The distance between the indicator points, that is these two is measured after immersion of 24 hours in water. Then again the mold is placed in a water bath and boiled for 3 hours. Then the mold is removed, cooled down, and then the distance between the indicator is again measured. The difference between these two represent the unsoundness of the cement. The next one is autoclave test. The autoclave test is used for measuring the free lime and magnesia indication. All the cement has an magnesia of more than 3% are called as unsound. The test consists of a heat bar made up of cement paste with a normal consistency and measuring its expansion. That is, this is the mold used for the autoclave test. It is placed in the autoclave machine, then taken out, and change in expansion is measured using the length comparometer. In this test, a specimen of 25 cross 25 into 250 mm is casted. After 24 hours of molded, it is removed and it is placed in an autoclave machine at room temperature. 4 stands are used for the specimens. The temperature in the autoclave is measured at a rate is raised at a rate that the gauge pressure rises from 2.1 Newton per mm square in 1 to 1.5 hours. Then the time is heat is on. This pressure is maintained for 3 hours. Then a heat supply is shut down and the autoclave is cooled at a rate of pressure less than 0.1 megapascal at the end of an hour. The autoclave is open and the test specimen is placed in the bath at a temperature of 9 degree. The temperature is gradually brought to room temperature in 15 minutes. The specimen are maintained at the temperature for the next 15 minutes and taken out. The length of the specimen is measured again. The difference between the two measurements gives the unsoundness of the cement. The next test is tensile strength. Tensile strength is determined by the Briquet testing method or split tensile strength test. In this, we will see about the Briquet test method. In this, a mixture of cement and sand is gauged in a proportion of 1:3 by ratio, same as that of compressive strength. But the percentage of water added to the tensile strength is P by 5 plus 2.5%. This is the mold used for determining the tensile strength of the cement. It is tested using UTM or CTM. In this, the standard temperature or room temperature of 27.27 plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius is maintained. After filling the mold, an additional heap is mixed and placed in the mold and it is pushed down with a standard plunger until the mixture is level with the top of the mold. The operation is repeated with the another side of the mold also. The briquette in the molds are finished by smooth surface with the help of the trowel bed. They are then kept for 24 hours at a temperature of 27 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 and maintained a humidity of 90%. The briquettes are then kept in a clean fresh water and taken out for testing. 6 number of specimens are tested and the average tensile strength is calculated. The load is applied steadily and uniformly from 0 to increasing rate of 0.7 megapascal, not less than 2.5 megapascal after 7 days. Specification of cement, that is the physical requirement for an ordinary Portland cement 43 grade. For the finest test, the value should be not be less than 225 meter per kg. And for soundness test, first one, leach area should not be greater than 10 mm, and for autoclave test, it should not be greater than 0.8%. Initial setting time, it should not be less than 30 minutes and 60 minutes for 43 grade S grades, and final setting time, it should not be more than 600 minutes, that is 10 hours. The compressor strength for the 43 grade cement at 3rd, 7th and 28th day should be 23, 33 and 37.5 or 43 megapascals. The transfer test is optional. It is mainly depends upon the compressive strength. Thank you.